Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, we're going to have a brief talk about horizontal and vertical lines and what we notice about their equations and their slopes. All right, so let's do this with some examples. Now, in the first example, I'm telling you to plot these points 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, and I want to know what you notice. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, at 3, 3, at 3, and 4 at 3. And if I connect these together, I'm going to try to make this with a straight line now. I finally found a nice ruler button here. Yes, straight lines. Always use your ruler, guys. Now, I'm noticing that this is a horizontal line. Okay? So this is a horizontal line. Okay? Now, before we go into what we notice, let's plot the other points that I have here from example 2. We'll use a different color. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, negative 2, 1, 2, and 2, 5, 4, 5. Alright, let's use this nice handy dandy straight line button I just found. You know I'm going to have a lot of fun with this now. When it's working. Alright. Yes. I'll get this. There we go. Alright, so that's my second line. Now what do you notice with this one? It's going straight up. So this would be a vertical line. Now, in terms of slope, if I were to find the slope of my horizontal line, let's use any 2 points. So we can use any 2 points. So here I'm going to use here this point and this point. So since I see 1, 3 before I see 3, 3, this would be my first point. That would be my second point. So y2 minus y1, so 3 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1. That's going to give me 0 divided by 2. And 0 divided by 2 is 0. Now remember, slope is also rise over run. And if we're going to be looking at this graphically, in this horizontal line, it's running a lot. Running, but there is no rise. It's not going up or down. So it makes sense that you should have 0 on the top because there's 0 rise, and 2 on the bottom because we are running. So the slope is 0. This is always true. So if I'm making the equation for my line, y is equal to 0x plus b, well, that means the equation of my line is going to be y is equal to b. So y is equal to the y-intercept, which in this case, if every single y value is going to be 3, then you can assume that my x-intercept should happen at 0, 3. Right here. Which means y should equal to 3. And that's the equation of my horizontal line. As for the slope in horizontal functions are always 0. All right, so let's move on to the vertical. Now in the vertical line, if we try to do the same thing, obviously we're noticing here that every single line and point, when we do it, is going upwards. So if we're going to do our vertical slope, we can pick any 2 points. Again, as long as they are points on your line, they should always get you the same slope. So I'm going to choose this point and this point. So I see the 2, 1 before I see the 2, negative 2, but it doesn't really matter in this case because we see both these points at the same time. Unlike with the horizontal line, you can clearly see if you're reading it from left to right, the points. But with this vertical line, your y2 and your y1 can be anything you want from those 2 points. Alright. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to do negative 2 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 2. And that's going to give me negative 3 over 2 minus 2, which is 0. Uh-oh. I can't divide by 0. So the slope for a vertical line is undefined. You can also try this in your calculator and you're going to see it's undefined. It's error. It gives you an error, it doesn't work. So because of that, when we write our equation here, the equation is going to be modeled on what the x can be. So x is always going to be giving me 2 each time. Which means the equation of this line is x is equal to 2. There's no m, there's no anything else, just x is equal to 2. And just like with the horizontal, this is always undefined in vertical lines. Okay? Now, just again, just like if we look at what we did before of the rise over run, well, this also makes sense because this one definitely has rise. It's doing nothing but rise and nothing but going down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But in terms of run, it has 0 run. It's not going left or right. It's staying in the same place. So that is the graphical story behind this. And that is horizontal and vertical lines. Thank you, and have a good day.